Hey y'all, this is Cassie. I work at the Monrovia Library. It's been a while since I did a book talk video, and I knew this was coming up. And I'd already been thinking that I wanted to talk to you guys about some parenting books. I am not a parenting expert at all. Probably not even that well read in the parenting book world, but I have read some, and I do enjoy is not the right word, but like take comfort in reading them, knowing that like I'm not the only person who has these struggles. So this has been on my radar for a little bit, and I had started pulling books and things, and then it seems especially convenient, ironic that that I would have picked this to do today, because I'm literally at home in my living room. See those cute children behind me, in my house, because my kid got sent home today. He was in close contact with someone who tested positive for COVID. So we're gonna be spending a lot of time together over the next 2 weeks. So I may have to reread some of these books just as like a reminder to myself that that I'm not the worst parent in the world, and that we will get through this, and that other people have been in my shoes before. So I just kind of want to tell you some of the parenting books that I have read. I personally like ones that have like a big dose of humor, because like this is just one of those things that if you aren't laughing about it, you're crying about it. So when I was pregnant with Raylan, who is now 7, of course, I read What to Expect When You're Expecting. Like I literally made sure that I had read the next section by the time I had my monthly doctor's appointment, so that I could ask all of my questions. And I was kind of a psycho, but I found that helpful. Like it was informative, but it was pretty boring. And then my mom had gotten me some books, some laughable ones like Jenny McCarthy's Belly Laughs, and I think my sister-in-law read Sippy Cups Are Not for Chardonnay. And I also got I Heart My Little A-Holes from Karen Alpert, one of the first Christmases that I was a mom. So I read that one. And then, it's kind of gone, like sometimes I read more than other times, like parenting type stuff. But some of the other ones that I have read, How to Behave So Your Preschooler Will Too. And to be perfectly honest with this one, it came through as a donation at the library, and the person who donated it, I think, has like this amazing kid. And I was like, okay, if this is what she used to turn out this awesome kid, then I want to read this too. But I also did not make it all the way through, but it had some really good advice. So I don't know. I don't think of myself as like a self-help book kind of typical reader, but there is something reassuring about like, here are concrete ways to help yourself do this thing. This is a common thing. You're dealing with it. Lots of other people have dealt with it. And so I really appreciated that. And I think that book definitely fell into that kind of thing. This may very well be my reading material for the next 2 weeks. Lockdown Parenting Fails, because it's not all rainbows. So probably gonna be reading this one over the next week. So there's that. Kid Gloves is a graphic novel. Let me see what page I'm showing you here before I open it up. And I don't know that I would call this one a parenting like advice book, but I did really like it because it just really dove into becoming a parent and those early days of parenting, and some very relatable stuff in there. So it's nice to just kind of see that type of story or information in a different format. So that was one thing that I really liked about Kid Gloves. Currently, I am reading Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be A-Holes, which is also by Karen Alpert, and her like social media name is Baby Sideburns. So if you're familiar with her, but I really like her. She doesn't, like, one thing I just read, like her kid said a bad word. And she's like, don't say it, but like there are so much worse things you can say. Like being mean is worse than saying a bad word. So I just really like her like practical, kind approach to this, and she's stinking hilarious. So I definitely would recommend some Karen Alpert, some Baby Sideburns. whether you just check her out on social media or whether you check out her book from us. So I'm trying to think some others that I have read. And there are some that I don't have a copy of with me now because I listened to them or I read them through either Libby, which is another name for Overdrive, or from Hoopla. And I'm going to work on putting together something that I can link in the comments that will tell you all of the titles that I mentioned today, as well as what's on Hoopla, what's on Libby. Because another one that I really liked was Bringing Up Bebe by Pamela Duckerman. I listened to that a while ago. And then Advice for Working Moms, I just finished. It was from the Harvard Business Review. And that one was one that I listened to as well. And there is my kid who I am at home with while he quarantines. Yay! Say hi, Ray! And he is probably getting his first of about 7 million snacks over the next 2 weeks. So my absolute favorite parenting book, though, is this one that is really more about parenting with your spouse than about parenting your kids. So this is How Not to Hate Your Husband After Kids by Jancy Dunn. And I'm not going to lie to you, after I had that one in the kitchen, his dad was like my least favorite person in the world. But even prior to this book, thankfully we worked through that. But it has a lot of great advice, and I think that this is a super common thing. And I felt so reassured to know that I wasn't the only person who was feeling like that. And there is a lot of good info in here, and also really good for a laugh. So I have given this one several times as a baby shower gift. I will probably keep giving it as a baby shower gift. And I sometimes should probably reread it. But yeah, so I will link in the comments some of the different things that I have read and where you can find them. And if you have read any parenting books that you really loved, drop them in the comments too so that I can read them, because clearly I need some help, don't we all? All right, y'all have a good day. Bye.